I want to get in shape, but I don't know where to start. This is a problem that millions of kids face, and I'm going to share with you guys my advice and what I did to get a six pack, feel healthy, be able to be comfortable in my body because there are tons of kids that struggle with this problem. And I think it's because they are thinking of the whole self improvement fitness thing in the wrong way. When I started getting into fitness, I was the type that had tons of motivation, but it wouldn't last long, okay? This started in like sixth, seventh grade for me, and I want to get a six pack. Like every middle schooler, high schooler has their own fantasies. Mine was to get a six pack. So what I did is I searched up the fastest way to get a six pack on YouTube. I was trying to find the fastest ways, the quickest shortcuts that I could get in shape the best way. So what I started doing is push-ups every single night. I would max them out. I would do as many as I could. But shortly I realized my motivation dropped, and this happens with anything that you do in your life. You're going to get these motivational bursts when you have new goals, but then there's a point where you don't have that motivation. It's called the valley of disappointment, right? You start learning something and your progress goes up really, really high, really, really fast, but then you reach this point where you're not seeing any progress, you're not seeing any results, and it's a whole big mess. You feel like you wasted time and you're just not getting in shape. You're not getting the results that you initially planned out for. And things started to change for me when I started to apply this rule from this book, Atomic Habits, but I was applying it way before the book actually came out. And maybe it was out, I just didn't know about it. But I started working out for way shorter periods of times, right? It kind of sounds counterintuitive and doesn't make sense, but let me tell you what I started to do and where I started to see success in my journey. Instead of doing these crazy 2-hour workouts in my bed at home, I decided to cut my workouts down to like 2 to 5 minutes, okay? So a lot of you guys probably aren't seeing results because you're just doing way too much. You're trying to get results at an extremely fast pace, and that's not how success or anything you go for in your life works, okay? Because first you need to build something called your identity, right? A lot of people want to build out a habit before they actually have their identity established. So how can you get in shape with this information and actually apply it to your life? So let's say you want to get a six pack. Instead of doing 50 push-ups every single night that you know is a very challenging task for you, and you have motivation and you see guys like David Goggins or all these other guys doing these crazy workouts, how about you just do 2 push-ups every single night and work out for 2 minutes a day? You could do that, right? You could start doing that today. You could start doing that tomorrow. You don't need to have a lot of experience to do small things. And a lot of people measure their success off the bigger grand scheme of things. But what if you started to change the way that you viewed your own success? So instead of measuring your success off making tons of money or getting a six pack, you measure your success off doing 2 push-ups for a day, working out for 5 minutes a day, reading a chapter of a book, something small. Okay, I learned this later on from this book, Atomic Habits, but I didn't realize I've been applying this concept in my life for the past 6-7 years. I just started doing little amounts of push-ups every single day, starting from 7th, 8th grade, and I noticed that my body started to get stronger after around a month, okay, because I was consistent. It was every single day. So all these hacks and tricks that you see online to get in shape, to get a six-pack, they're all just trying to sell you something for the most part. There are people that do want to help you, but generally all you need to do is be consistent and start very, very small, okay? You're in it for the long game, right? You don't want to be in shape for a year, 2 years, and then stop working out, right? You want to make exercising, fitness, business, whatever it is you're going for, a part of who you are, a part of your identity. So you're not going to start big because you know if you start big, eventually it's just your motivation is just going to go out. You want to build discipline and consistency. So I'm going to give a couple more examples about what I did when I was younger that I was able to get in such great shape. I just started jump roping for 2 to 4 minutes every single day. I was never really into jump roping before, but I heard about all the amazing benefits, and being able to do this for 2, 3 minutes a day was easy for me, okay? It was something that I could do every single day and not be extremely tired. And what I was doing during this time, and I was building up my identity. I was counting up votes for the person I want to be. So what you need to do is you need to start training in a way that's fun. You got to make it like a game. You got to gamify the process, if you've heard that before. So let's say you want to like start lifting weights, okay? And you want to be able to bench 135 pounds. Instead of just focusing on benching 135 pounds, focus on the micro results that you can get today. How about you start benching the bar? How about you start doing 5 reps of the bar every single day and count that as a win? Okay, you need to build up your self-esteem, and how you do that is you start small. You got to start with the little wins, because that's what's going to propel you to the bigger wins over time, and that's how you're actually going to achieve your goals. So for the people that are doing this and are demotivated, the only thing in between your dream result and where you're at now is just time. Because with consistency and the compound effect for getting in shape, you're not going to see results in like a week, 2 weeks. Your body needs to adjust to what you're doing, and that takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of practice, and it's all worth it in the end. If I could tell the younger version of myself, let's say like 3-4 years ago, is that I wish I didn't work out as hard. I wish I took it slower, because I would go train way too hard and I would stop training like the next week. And I wish I would have just taken my workout small every single day, showing up every single day for like 5 minutes. Do a little jump rope, lift a couple weights, do some push-ups. Instead of these extreme workouts and these extreme like mental blocks and barriers that I set for myself in the past, which made working out not an enjoyable process. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, if you're not like enjoying the workout every single day, that's a sign that you need to change either the workout, your mindset, or just take a step back, okay? Because getting in shape should be a fun process. There's like this stigma, I feel like, around fitness that it's a grind, it's hard work, and you're going to have to suffer and experience all this pain. It doesn't need to be like that. And you've probably not heard this before. And I'm here to tell you, from someone that exercises practically every single day. I did gymnastics for 4 years in high school, and I trained like hard 5 days a week for like 2-3 hours a day. You don't need to train like that to get in shape. So if you found any valuable points in this video, please subscribe below. I'm going to be posting more content around like fitness, business, just anything that I've experienced that's helped me in my past. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.